Hello and welcome to my wild knitting. This is not really a podcast episode, it's just a little knitting update. I'm in the mountains and we're gonna stay here for about 2 more days and then we're gonna drive back to our home, our place. We're here with our puppies, and for those who just stumbled across this channel, welcome. My name is Martina. I live in Italy with my partner and we are trying to learn the art of land reliancy, homemaking, and trying to make the things that we need with our own hands, and learning and making mistakes along the way. And so today, this is a knitting update, I guess. I'm gonna show you some of the things that I've been working on and little knitting plans, and I also would like to somehow introduce a little knit along. I don't have the yarn yet, I think, for this knit along, but we could just put it out there. And it's a new year, and I was thinking to create a little video about the projects that I've been knitting the past year, but since I'm traveling and I don't have all of the stuff with me, and I don't know, life got in the way, and I'm just thinking, if you want to check the things that I've been making, you can check the other videos, and I guess that's basically it. So we'll start fresh. The first project that I finished in 2023 is an Oslo hat that I made for my sister. I don't have it here, so I'm gonna put a little video or pictures while I talk. I used a beautiful yarn that my sister gifted me for Christmas. So she lives in Dublin right now. She's been living there for about 5 years, I think. And she asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I've been making her little different things, and I said I would like some yarns if you ask me. and she got me beautiful yarns that I'm gonna show you, and I made this hat with one of those yarns. So let me find the label. I used this yarn, which is here it is, the label. 70% superwash merino and 30% silk, and it's in a beautiful color called Tout Rouge. And these yarns are beautiful. When I went to Dublin to visit her in May, I got one skein of these yarns and I made my beautiful shawl, this one. And I use this shawl a lot, and it's combined with silk mohair and another yarn, but this yarn was beautiful to use and is so precious. It's a little bit pricey, but I think it's fairly priced because it's hand dyed and is ethically made in Ireland. I really like this company, Townhouse Yarns, and the store where I bought these yarns, I think the two sisters who own the store have this company as well, this yarns company. And the store where I bought these yarns and where my sister bought these yarns is called This Is Knit, and the company is Townhouse Yarns. So she got me the same yarn I bought and I made my shawl with in this shade, which is the shade Toffee Pop. And this is 55% merino and 45% silk. So she bought me this one. She bought me the pinkish fuchsia yarn with which I made her Oslo hat. I wasn't planning to make her the hat. I wanted to make it for myself, I guess. And so I bought the PetiteKnit pattern Oslo hat, and I really liked it. I got inspired by Ali from the Ali in Sweatpants podcast. She's my friend. And she made many Oslo hats. So I thought if she likes that pattern, I guess it's great, and it is great. It's super nice. There's nothing I have to complain about it. It's knitted in stockinette, so it's perfect to go out walking, knit walking, or just to put it in your purse. As I was knitting that hat, she was there with me, like we were just here in the cabin, and she was saying like, oh, I really like that color, it's turning out so beautifully and so on. And so I thought, I'm gonna give it to her. But it was a beautiful color, and she looks beautiful with that hat. So I'm really happy I gifted it to her. And I have this much left. It's this beautiful bright pink. Love it. In the color Tout Rouge. So she got me this one that I showed you previously, which is absolutely beautiful, and I have some plans for this, but I'm not sure yet. And then she bought me another skein of the same with the same yardage of the skein I used to knit her hat, and it's this color Forest. And so yeah, the difference between this yarn and the other two that I'm using is basically the content. So this is 70% superwash merino and 30% silk, and it's 100 grams and 400 meters. So it's a 4-ply fingering. Whereas this one is a lace, 2-ply lace yarn, and it's 100 grams and 800 meters. And it's 55% merino and 45% silk. So there is a lot more silk in this one. So I am making another Oslo hat. I wasn't sure whether to make another Oslo hat or a ripple bralette, because that's one of the to-go one skein patterns that I usually like to knit. I mention it probably every other video. It's a super simple bralette pattern, and I was thinking maybe I could make a ripple bralette, but I really need a hat. I made another hat for myself in an unspun Swedish woolly yarn, and it's super beautiful, but it's really thick, and I wanted something a little bit more, a little different, I guess. And I really like that Oslo hat pattern, so I decided to make another one. And the color is just beautiful. I absolutely love this color. It's this deep foresty green, and it has, I think, a cooler undertone, so it's not really a warm green. I don't really have a warm green to show you now, but it's a cooler green. But I really love it, and it's in the shade Forest, which fits perfectly with this. So I love this. I just finished to fold the brim. So the nice thing about the Oslo hat is that it has a triple folded brim, and you basically knit like a tube and then you fold it onto itself with a nice technique, and then you keep on knitting, and then you will fold it again, basically. So I'm gonna knit a lot more, and then I'm gonna fold this up like that, basically. Now it's, I don't know, crawling up, but yeah, you will see it be done with it. But it's a really nice pattern. I recommend it. I really like the other hat pattern that I follow, which is a ribbed hat. It's called Watch Cap Hat by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. It's a ribbed, simple, super simple pattern, and it's a lot quicker than this one, because this one you have to knit kind of quite a lot and then fold. And this uses fingering way yarn that is held double and 3.5 millimeters needles. But I really like the fact that it's stockinette and it creates a beautiful, simple but elegant finished product, I would say. So I'm really happy I'm working on this. I've been really into hats these days. I've been knitting a lot of hats for Christmas. I've also knitted, I didn't show you last time, but I've knitted a 1x1 hat for Mike as well. This is made with an alpaca yarn held together with a silk mohair, and it's very nice. Mike really likes it. It's super warm. When he went to Stockholm, he wore it all the time, and he said that he was feeling very, I'm looking at him, he was feeling very cozy and warm. So I really like it, and I just followed the Watch Cap Hat by Pearl Soho pattern, but I just did a 1x1 ribbing instead of a 2x2, and yeah, that's basically it. I really like the crown, the creases of that pattern. So that's another hat. And then I finished, I've already blocked it, but then with where it kind of, I don't know, crunched up, I finished also this nice scarf for Mike, which has 2 colors. So Mike has been wearing it all the time, and I'm really proud of that. And so he has this kind of dark graphite, dark blue, and this kind of rust color on the other side. Like, yeah, it's basically 2 colors together, and he wears it in different ways, but you can wear it with the rust part in front and the blue in the back, or vice versa. He does this sometime, which I think is cute. He does this, and then he puts the hands inside like that. I don't know, that's his way. He likes it. And so those 2 projects were a small Christmas gifts for him. And I've been finishing, so my mom got 2 pairs of socks for Christmas and a hat. My sister got 2 hats and 1 pair of socks, and this also pair of socks is for her, but I haven't finished it. I wanted a break from socks, and so these 2 socks, I just finished the heel of the second sock, and she's gonna get these ones as well, but I don't know if I'll finish it these days. Maybe I can just ship it to her to Dublin when she goes back. So those were the little gifts, but I've been really into hats. Then I have another whip that I've been working on, and it's a whip that I'm knitting for a knit-along, how do you say it, that I'm hosting with my patrons, and it's the Hug Me Home make-along. It's actually a make-along, not a knit-along. You can knit, you can crochet, you can sew, anything. And the concept of this make-along is to create something to honor some parts of us that we've been kind of taking for granted, neglecting, I don't know, to kind of gift something to ourselves and honor our bodies. So it can be anything, but it needs to be something that we will use next to our body or on our bodies. And I decided to cast on a little drop shoulder, very light, because you can see I'm using this kind of open or very loose, airy gauge. It's this very super light jumper that I really wanted to have. It's knitted with another beautiful yarn that my sister gifted me. So my sister gifted me those 3 beautiful skeins that I showed you, and this baby alpaca mini set from BC Garn, and this was the kind of shades of gray mini set, so all of the shades of grays. And this, let me show you some of the shades of gray that I've been using and some that I need to use for this project. So this mini set is about 125 grams and 625 meters, and it's kind of like little mini skeins. And I decided maybe I'll buy another mini set because I don't think I'm gonna finish this jumper with just one mini set. Or I could just buy one of these colors in a full skein or 2 skeins and just do the sleeves in 2 different colors, or I don't know, one main color, we'll see. But this is the softest yarn I ever tried. I've knitted with this yarn in a white color before. I bought it in Ireland, by the way, and it's 100% baby alpaca. No, 100% alpaca, and it's the softest yarn I ever touched, and it's really the softest. So I really wanted to make something that I will have next to skin, so I could have this jumper like a layer under other jumpers, or just I can wear it throughout the year, in the spring, summers, autumn, whenever. It's kind of still warm, the alpaca yarns, but it's knitted with this very airy open gauge, how do you say, so it's gonna be very light and soft. And I'm doing just a drop shoulder top down jumper that I'm designing myself, so not really following any pattern. And I'm doing this kind of big stripes, simple stripes, and mixing the different shades together. These are 2 that I've already caked up. So it's a very simple kind of staple type of garment, but I really love the it's not so much about the design itself, it's about the yarn of this garment, I would say. It's this, yeah, I really wanted something close to my skin made with this yarn. I could have made maybe I don't know, like a shawl, but I love this. And yeah, I'm just taking some breaks and knitting, because I'm knitting on that when I am indoor, like watching a movie or something, whereas I'm knitting on hat when I go out walking, for example. And these days I'm really trying to be more balanced with my knitting practices, my making practices in general. I want to dedicate some time to take care of my body, to move my body, and to maybe read. I've been reading also, which is something that I really wanted to do, and I got into reading again. So I'm gonna get some books that I've been eyeballing. Can you say eyeballing? I've been checking, but I don't know, I'll take everything a little bit at a time, you know, lagom, how you say in Swedish. So not too much, not too little, just enough. So I have some knitting plans. Last year I was like, here is a mood board of the projects I want to knit in 2022. This year I'm not gonna have a mood board. I'm not gonna, have a selections of the things that I want to make. I'm gonna make what I want to make depending on the time of the year. I will really like to knit a cardigan that is an exact copy of a cardigan that the main character in Knives Out, Ana de Armas is the actress name, is wearing in the movie. Knives Out, the first one, is one of my favorite movies, and I really love the cardigan, the violet lilac cardigan that she's wearing in one of the scenes, and I would like to recreate that. And I've seen some patterns. I've asked also over Instagram if anyone could suggest me a pattern that was similar, and I got great suggestions. And one of the suggestions was the Agnete or Agnete, I don't know how she pronounced it, cardigan by PetiteKnit. I think she just released it, and it looks simple, but it's not. It's a brioche cardigan. I never knitted brioche before. Maybe 2023 is the year of me starting doing that. So I'm a little, but it's a beautiful cardigan, and I think it's the closest pattern or to the original, to the original cardigan. And so I was thinking, since I want to recreate a cardigan that I've seen in a movie, maybe we could do a little knit along. Movie knits make along. A movie knits make along, where we knit a project that we've seen on a movie. It can be anything that is knitted or crocheted, and we try to make it very similar to the original. So those are the requirements, I guess. So we try to really copy that and readapt it to our body types or whatever. But I don't know if anyone is interested. I think there are beautiful movies that feature absolutely gorgeous knits, so it's all about finding those movies. But I really like that movie and really like that cardigan, so I'm gonna do it. If you want to join me, let's do a little very chilled knit along, and we could start it maybe by the end of January if you want, or middle of January. But I want it to be very chilled and cozy and like no pressure. So if we want to join me, just put the hashtag movie knits mal make along, and the knit that you are, and the movie you are kind of taking inspiration from. I don't know. What do you think? Is it an interesting knit along, or is just me that I want to knit that and kind of taking that as an excuse to do a knit along? We'll see. No pressure. But that's a project that I would like to knit. And there is also another cardigan that is not knitted in brioche, with brioche, but it's knitted with I think it's fisherman ribbing. It's the Season cardigan by Osetta, I think, and it's a beautiful cardigan as well. So I'm undecided between those two patterns, but both of them are quite similar to the original cardigan that I want to copy. But I think the PetiteKnits one, it's the closest looking to the original cardigan. Anyhow, now I'm rambling. I hope you have been enjoying your first days, your first week in this new year. and I hope you will have a beautiful, beautiful year. Thank you for being here. Please consider subscribing. It helps the channel so much, and liking and commenting, it helps a lot. I've been feeling a little bit introverted, and I'm needing a little bit more time offline in general, but I always read your comment and cherish them and try to reply to them. So yeah, this was a little short update. Not so short, it's 30 minutes, but yes. And thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you are having a beautiful time, and see you next time.